Hey guys, it's Meme and my other sidekick.
Hey guys, it's Shannon.
Shannon's here.
Surprise!
Benny is in the other room doing some work. It's just gonna be us today. Just gonna be.
Just gonna be.
You're blessed with us today. How about that?
Sorry.
So really quick, if you have clicked on this link and you don't love how you're looking at it, if you're in the vertical, so horizontal or vertical, you can change that. All you need to do is look at the title of the video you're in. If the video you're in says mobile, it's going to be vertical. You need to go out of that one and go into the regular video, which you can find on my page, or I pinned it in the chat. I cannot see it because I'm in our streaming software, but I pinned it in the chat of the mobile. So if you're in the mobile, you're like, I don't want to see this like this. I want to see it the other way. Just go to the top of the chat and you can click. Okay. You can change that out. But if you're on television, if you're on your phone, this is the way to go. All right. And I know that, I had somebody yesterday say, I love your videos, but I can't watch them like this. So I'm not going to watch any more of your videos. That's unfortunate because I'm giving it to you both ways. I just need to make sure you guys understand how to get it. So if you're on one and the title is mobile and it's small, you don't want to be on that one. You want to be on the other one, which is the regular, not mobile one, if that makes sense. Are you linking something by chance?
I can link the not mobile.
If you link the not mobile one, that way, if you're watching right now, you can just click on that link. Okay, you guys, couple things. I'm excited about this. I got several new embossing machines. I just did. And this came in yesterday. Do y'all remember me getting so excited about this guy? And I literally laid down in bed last night thinking about it. I love this die. Let me show you what this is, okay? So that link Shannon just put in, if you're watching on the mobile and you don't want to watch vertically, if you don't want to just see a tiny bit of the screen, then you need to click the link Shannon just put in the chat and you can watch it the other way. Okay. And once you get used to knowing which title to look for, you can still watch my videos. You don't have to boycott me.
Please don't boycott.
So, all right, you guys, this die, I think I see a book in here. I think I do. I do not know. I cannot promise you that. But I think I do. Also, I left the house without my rings this morning. I don't like that, but I did. So if you're watching, I just forgot them. Check this out. Here's what you get. You get a scallop die, okay? And this is not a frame. This is an actual die cut, okay? Which I love. And then this one is like what I'm going to call the page die. That's what we're doing right now. There's a lot of different ways to do this, and my brain has been flying. I'm going to use the bigger ones, not the smaller ones. But honestly, if this works, you have this size book and this size book and this size book. He is the nested rectangles from look, they have so many names.
I know.
I never know.
Which ones
I don't either. All right, so here's my little dies. Now let me show y'all something. So the new machine I'm using today, new to me, remember, not everything is new to the market. This is new to me, okay? This guy is known as the Platinum 6. Let me close this side up so I can lay him down. This is new to me. He's not new to the market. The Spellbinder's Platinum 6. I'm very excited about him. He's a beautiful machine. Now, there's a bigger one than this. And I wanted to use him today, but he's too big. I couldn't even get him near the screen. So we're going to use this guy. Okay. So this is the machine I'm using. And I got to show you this. The cards, I wanted some chipboard covers. Okay. And I wanted to test this before we went live. This is the Graphic 45 Craft chipboard sheets. It is 32-point medium weight, which I think is going to matter. Okay. 32-point medium weight. It's not super thick. I'll show y'all the one I cut. It's fairly thick. Okay. I was able to cut this with this machine. You guys, look at this die. Look how beautiful this is. I cannot believe how well this cut in one pass. That is one pass. It even got the stitches, and it also almost went through on the back, the little stitches. I'm very, very happy. So the first thing I did was I cut 2 pieces of chipboard like this. Now, if you cannot cut chipboard with your machine, you can just make this out of cardstock, just the heaviest one you've got. But I thought it'd be cool to have chipboard covers. Okay. I've not seen this thing made, so I have any idea what this is going to look like. It's in my head. Okay. All right. Here's what I want to do. I want to cut some pages, and I just want to cut 5 of them. Now, I could cut 5 chipboard pages, but I don't think I want that. I think I want 5 regular pages. So Shannon grabbed me some, is this Harmony?
Yes.
Shannon grabbed me some Harmony Craft. Okay. And I'm going to run this through. Now I want to try something. I have this theory that if that die will cut through that whole piece of Graphic 45 chipboard, I got a feeling it'll cut through 2 of these at a time. This is thick, but I got a feeling it will. So we're going to try it. I'm going to crease it so it'll lay nice and flat. I'm just doing that off screen over here. And I'm going to do this. Let me show you this too about this platinum. This is so beautiful. This, Shannon's going to love this too. She hadn't seen it. This is the base. That information is on the base, so you don't have to look for it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love that. And what I really love about it is you're reading it, right? It tells me A first, then B. You ready to make your little heart happy? It repeats the picture for you. So when you cover it up, you still see it. Didn't that make your little heart happy? Yeah, fabulous. Then I put my clear plate down. Then you put your material that you're going to cut. I'm going to pull this back a little bit. I just wanted y'all to see what was on there. Then you put your die in, and I have no confidence this is going to cut through. The reason is it's a very thin die, okay? Then I'm going to put the second cutting plate on top. Okay, just like that. I got to turn this guy around after all that work. Because I have my crank the wrong way, and that's me. All right, I'll do it this way. Y'all will still see the finished result. Also in this kit, in this die cut machine, you also get an adapter plate, which I love. This is just to fill in space if you need it. And you probably use that for embossing. I'm not sure. Then you get an E, which is an embossing mat. So if you want to emboss your dies, you can do that. And my favorite is F, which is a shim. You get a shim to add. And it's a really nice thin shim. I love, very well thought out. Very well thought out. All right, let's try cranking. And I'm doing this backwards, so I'm not sure if I'm doing it the right way. I am. Okay. Now I did that chipboard standing up. Maybe I should have stood up for this one.
No, I mean,
I'm also doing this left-handed. My left hand don't do that. Let's switch hands. I ain't Beanie. I'm not left-handed. There we go. That was a lot. I think it at least cut through the top. Look, you guys. That's crazy. The pressure on this machine is really good. Now, this is fiber from my cardstock that you can see there. But the pressure on this machine is great. Now, I got to be honest, that was a little more work than I wanted to do. That was a lot of arm strength. I think I'm just going to cut it in half and cut it one at a time. That was more than I wanted to do. And y'all ain't got nowhere to be, do you? Y'all ain't got to run off, do you? Let's cut 3 more. And I'm going to cut them singles this time because, like I said, that was a lot on my arms. I'm not as svelte as I used to be. Svelte? Is that the word? Svelte? Not as strong as I used to be. Oh, this is nice. Much easier. Much easier. I love the crack. Love it. All right. This machine, let me see who asked. This machine, Joanne, is the Platinum 6 from Spellbinders. And this is the first time I'm using it, and I'm loving it. It cut the chipboard beautifully. There's your crack again. We do have these guys. I think Shannon has been linking in the chat. She's been linking those dies. Tamitha's not with us today. She had to take a personal day, do a little work. So she's not here. You just get me and Shannon, literally. And that means anything could derail any moment. We'll see what happens. All right. One more. Run it through. Oh, thanks, Barb. Okay. That should do it. And I don't need the die cut machine anymore. That's what I wanted to do, is get the die cut machine used and moved. And we're ready to build what I think is going to be a really cute book. I say we don't need the machine anymore. We will need it again to finish this book, but just not right this second. So I'm going to pick this guy up and move him away. Okay, let me show you something. I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock that is 4 inches wide by 10.5 long. Okay. Later today when I'm like, why are my pecs hurt? That's why. I feel it. Pushing that chipboard through. 4 inches wide. And what did I do? 10 and a half? Let me check. I think it's 10 and a half. Yes, 10 and a half long. 4 by 10 and a half. Okay. I'm going to, and I really wouldn't have to do that. So this little bit right here, I would leave on in the future. If I redo this as a standalone video, I wouldn't get rid of this. There's no sense in it. But for this morning, I was just trying to do it kind of quick for you guys. And so this is what I did. Okay. You're going to need 4 by 10 and a half, or whatever I tell you in the next time when I really do this, because today we're just playing. And you're going to need your scoreboard. Now, I want to talk to you about this. We're going to create this spine. Okay. What is this called? Binding mechanism situation. This is what we're going to create. Okay. It gets confusing because of all of the score marks you have to make, but I want to try to explain it to you. All right. I'm going to get a pointer here. This guy's small enough. He kind of blends in, but he'll work. This first score mark I did is 2 inches. This is the section I'm going to use to glue my cover on. Okay. So you've got a 2-inch space here and I have a 2-inch space here. This space is going to glue my back on. Okay. The back cover. All right. Then when you look here, I've got a 1/4 inch gap and then I've got a 1-inch gap that's split in half. Okay. So 1/4, half, half, 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 and then another 1/4. Okay. Quarters are your gaps between pages. Half, half is a page. So if I want to know how many pages this will mount, I count my half halves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how many pages it will mount. Okay. If I want to know how many spaces I've got, I go between my half halves. Now for me, and you don't have to do this, but for me, I wanted a 1/4 inch gap before my first page and a 1/4 inch gap after my last page. That's why I have it there. Okay. So when we fold this up and create it, it's going to accordion down, or like I like to say, like the English say, concertina down. They say it much prettier than that, but it's going to come. You know who says that? Paul Hollywood. He's always talking about like how the cake is in a concertina because it's not strong enough. So when this comes down, we end up with a book spine.
My grandma always said those were the best cakes.
The ones that squish down.
If it falls apart.
If it fails.
If it falls apart, you know it's a good cake.
That's the one. All right. So I'm going to score it 2 inches. Now here's the deal. I will give you these measures. Okay. But I want you to see what I'm doing. So I did 2 inches. That's to glue it to my cover. And I like 2 inches, and you could give yourself more. That's why I was saying that little 1/2 inch we cut off, we really could continue it in here just by going to 2 1/4 instead of 2. Okay. But I'm going to go 2 inches. Then I want a space. So that's going to be a 1/4. Then I want a page. So I'm going to go 1/2 inch away from there, which is 3/4. And I'm going to go 1/2 inch away from there, which is 1/4. So now I have piece to hold on to my book, space, page. Okay. Then I'm going to space. That's a 1/4. Then I'm going to page. That's a 1/2 and a 1/2. Okay. Then I'm going to space. That's a 1/4. Then I'm going to page. That's a 1/2 and a 1/2. Okay. I just need a shirt that says K. All right. Then I'm going to 1/4. This is a space. Then I'm going to page. Oops, I slipped. 1/2 and 1/2. Then I'm going to space. That's a 1/4. Then I'm going to page. 1/2 and 1/2. Now, some people may not do 1/2 and 1/2. Some people might do a 1/4 still, but I like enough space to put a lot of glue. Okay. Now, this puts me needing one more space. So I'm going to go 1/4. And that leaves me 2 inches. Okay. I want to make this easy for you to understand because this is the worst part. Whenever I do these videos, whenever I do something with this kind of binding, it confuses people so hard. But honestly, if you can see it like I'm trying to explain it, it's not so bad. Are there any questions about what I just did there? Space, page, space, page, space, page. You just have to remember you're building the space to be what you want. You might want a 1/2 inch space. That's a big O gap. That's more than you need. 1/4 of an inch is way plenty. Actually, you could probably do an 1/8, depending on what you're putting inside. All right. So while you're asking questions, or if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. And I'm going to start folding all of these lines. Now, this can be difficult. Let me move this guy. Okay. This can be difficult, but I'm going to show you a little trick. If you take your ruler, I don't want that big one. I want this guy. If you take your ruler and you place it on your score mark, there's my little score mark. If I place it here, I can then lift into it. You see that? And get my score marks all started. And then I can go back and crease. And this keeps everything nice and straight. Well, pretty straight. Nothing's going to be perfect. We're making this by hand. Mm-hmm. And this cardstock I'm using is not the most beautiful for this sort of application. I probably would use something not quite so fibrous. I can get around it because I'm going to crease it in a minute. But you can see with just these little folds, see how fibrous and how not crispy my scores are. They will be crispy. They're not crispy right now, but they will be. We always go to food. Crispy, original.
Original recipe then.
We don't have a KFC anymore. Ours closed. I was talking to the girls. They were coming to town, and I told Addie, I said, remember, when I say, what do you want for lunch? You can't say Chick-fil-A. We don't have one. And Sam said, nope, but we got a Starbucks. I said, we do have a Starbucks.
They don't have chicken.
They do not. All right, now we're going to crease all of these that we just folded. So pull this one up. And this is where the work comes in. To me, this is the most work of the whole project. The rest is pretty simple. But depending on your cardstock, and you do want something sturdy, okay, you're going to need a sturdy cardstock. What I like to do is as I'm folding and creasing is just kind of line up the edges, and I'll show you what I mean. See how I'm just lining up here and I'm lining up there? That'll keep you from getting crooked. And in a second, you're going to see our first page and space up here. So spend a little time here. See how I'm crooked? If I were to crease that like that, see how I'm not lined up? You can really see it right there. Let's turn this in before we crease, and let's train this page that this is where we want it to go to get ourselves a straighter one. Okay, so check this out. Now what we've got is we have space. Let me try to do it like this for you guys. We have space and page. See that? This is going to get glued to our stability piece we'll talk about later. Okay. This is going to be what holds our page on. All right. So we need to keep on going. I should have, through the magic of television, had one of these done, but I don't. But I guess y'all don't learn as well if I do that, do you? You don't see me struggle.
Pam, the craft of Harmony is not a smooth paper.
It's got a texture.
It is fibrous. It's a great cardstock, but it is not the same smoothness as the black or the white of the Harmony or any of the other colors. It's kind of like a grocer's bag type texture.
I was going to say it's the most grocery bag, more than the one that's called grocers.
Yeah, it is.
The one that's called grocers is smooth.
So if you're looking for smooth, it is not smooth. It is strong, but it is not smooth.
We should take that back. It's smooth to the touch. It's not got a texture in it, but you can see the fibers.
When you go to fold it, like you're doing, you have to work it more to make sure it stays straight.
That's right.
You want to kind of do it.
Because the fibers are in it. You don't, it's not like a linen that has a texture or a canvas.
Yeah. It's a smooth outside finish,
but it's fibrous and it likes to move around.
It's like real paper.
Yeah, it's just.
If you tried to make paper, this is what it's going to feel, or it won't feel this smooth.
And it won't be, this is not as gross as making paper. We're probably the only people who feel that way about making paper, though. It got us. We were like, nah, this ain't for us. That's right. We'll let other people make the paper for us. All right, last page of folding. So here's my page. And I got a couple spaces. You can see how pre-lifting those score marks, especially with this cardstock, really helps.
Everything is going good. Thank y'all for the prayers. Your own accordion.
There we go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is close my pages down. So I'm going to go behind here, and every 1/2 inch page gap, I'm going to put some sticky tape in and close that up. All right.
I love your pop-ups.
My pop-up lives? Me too. Me too. I love it. I should be filming, but I like this.
Pop-up shops are more fun.
I wish I could only do lives, but I know I can't. But I wish I could because I love a good live. Because guess what? When we're done, this video is out there for everybody to see. Tamitha doesn't have to edit or anything. It's just ready to go. Okay. I'm going to every page and applying tape. This is page. The wider spaces, the wider tape. Okay. Next, I'm going to take a thinner tape and go to my spaces. Tell them about folios. If you're in the folio swap.
Yes, we do still have a few that are coming in. I have been checking yours off, but I haven't gone through and opened every one of them up yet. I will be starting that when this is over. But there's, I think, about maybe 10, maybe not quite 10 left that are either trying to get here or will be in the mail like tomorrow or soon. But they're coming. And then I'll be getting them all packed up. We got our boxes in, and I'll be sending your folio swaps back out to you.
If for some reason your partner does not come through, we'll make sure you're good. I don't want anybody to be worried. What if my partner doesn't? We'll make sure you're good.
You'll get a folio.
You'll get a folio that either I make or Shannon makes or somebody in the store makes or Brenda makes or somebody makes. Okay, now I got a little bit of tape hanging over. I'm going to cut that off real quick. I got a little happy there. All right, what I want to do next is, where's my tweezers? Here they are. I'm going to peel the wide tape and close my pages up. So I'm just going to fold this over, and I'm going to use my ergo and press. So there's one page, and look what happens. It brings my thin tape right together. You could wait and do 1/2 inch right here, but if you have both tapes, it works. Does that make sense? So there's that one.
After you join your
Page space.
Mm-hmm. You could fold, yeah.
Turn this over. Ergo it. And then when you look behind, it's bringing your adhesive together. This is really easy at the end because having to do that at the end is a little more difficult than doing it when it's flat. And I'm sure that makes sense to folks. Bum, 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 bum. We need music during these lives. We can't, though, because we'll get copyright striked. I guess unless I'm just making it up and singing it myself. See that? That's so cool. All right, now listen. I have got a couple of things in mind crafting in my shed. She's asking, or he, she's asking if we're doing the folio classes next year. I've got a couple of things I haven't brought to the staff yet. I brought one idea to the staff and they like it, but I have a new idea that I want to bring to them. And once we discuss it, if it's something we feel like we're going to do, I'll bring it to you guys. I talked to Vince about it this weekend. I think it would be a lot of fun. And I think we could close out some other processes we're doing that we don't really have to do. I think we could work smarter, not harder with it. So Shannon's like, yes. Smarter, not harder. Yes.
You like smarter, not harder.
But I'm going to bring it to you. I'll see what y'all think. Okay, so check it out. What we just did was create these little page holders and the space behind. So you see what we did? Isn't that awesome? I love that.
That's a good question. Is there an update on when the We Are Makers Shadow Box Punchboard will be back?
The last time we heard was mid-January.
Mid-January.
Now I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to do here. This is my piece that I cut the covers out of. I want to cut a piece for right back here. And this is how this works, okay? If you're making one of these like I just kind of in the air, once you have this done, you measure your space. Mine is 1.5 inches, which we can tell because we have these 1/4 inches. And you kind of can pre-plan this. You can know because you know ahead of time, but I didn't. So 1.5 inches. So I'm going to cut myself a piece of chipboard that is 1.5 inches by 4. And I'm not going to pull out. Should I pull out? I will. I will. No, I won't because it ain't in here. Oh, well, we put it up front to demo with it. Okay, so my Tim Holtz trimmer that I normally use for chipboard is not in here. So we'll use this little Fiskars one. He'll work because he's a rotary blade. All right, so 1.5 inches. And this is just some scrap I had. Let me turn that where it'll lay in there correctly. 1.5 inches. So you move that piece and then by 4. So I got to open this army out. Open the little arm out. I moved that an entire 1/8 of an inch when I closed that. That's crazy. All right. Then we will do a test run here. Okay. I'm going to test run this piece and see how it fits. Fits really nice. Now, I'm going to suggest something. Okay. If you already know the paper pack you're using, and I can grab a paper pack. What do I want to use? I'll need to get one. I don't have anything. Something cute, maybe. I hadn't used cute in a while. What's laying over there? Shannon will grab us something. What I like to do with this piece is go ahead and cover it before I put it on. I'm going to show you how we do that too. So we'll take a tiny break. Any questions? Somebody said, what project is this? This is the project where I said I thought I could see a book in that die set we got yesterday that we showed on the live show last night. Yesterday, not last night, yesterday. We're going to be using these as pages, and we're using some chipboard as covers. I think this is going to be really cute, and I think it'd be a quick, easy gift, but you will need the die set to make it happen. I don't even know how many die sets we had in stock. What you finding?
Well, I found some Christmas.
That's good.
There's that one.
Oh, this is cute.
And this is open.
Let's use that. We'll use that because
it's the same. There you go.
Okay, we'll use it. This is Christmas Express, and this will be cute. Let me find. This is probably neutral enough. Okay, so let me show you what I like to do here. So I like to go ahead and that was creepy. I like to pre-cover this guy, and I like space. Okay. Some people can do 1/4 inch wraparounds. I cannot. I need 1/2 inch. I need 1/2 inch to make a page. I need you know what I'm saying? I need space. So we know this guy is 1.5 inches wide, but I want 1/2 inch on both sides. So what I'm going to do is move my ruler over so that I have 1/2 inch hanging off of this side. And when I look here, 1/2 inch over is 2.5. So I need a piece that's 2.5. Same thing here. I want 1/2 at the top and 1/2 at the bottom by 5. 2.5 by 5. Just use your ruler to show you what you need when you're making these things up. All right. And what I liked about this page is it doesn't have to be an orientation. So I'm going to cut me a 2.5 by 5. You guys on the vertical are like, hello, look at your camera. Look at the monitor. And you might want to look at the pattern. That snowflake's right where I want it. So that's a good one. Okay. So now you got your Clayton sweatshirt. I'm so excited. We have more coming, y'all. I'm working with her on another plan. But I love that. If y'all haven't seen the sweatshirt, I don't know, Shannon, where will you get that link? Because it's an affiliate link we have for them, and I'm not sure how you can get that link. I should have thought about that. But we have a sweatshirt. I'll have to get y'all the link. I'm not sure how to do it in the live, though. Let me think. It came to me by email. Did I share that email with you?
Did you share it in that live show? Share it on the shirt?
I did.
I can go to the comments
That would be perfect.
if I can find it. I thought that was the thumbnail, but
Timothy might have shared it in the open house one too. Who all got your sweatshirts? I'm so excited about that. Look at everybody saying they did. I love it. All right. So now we've got these 3 pieces of adhesive. I'm going to peel back, peel and reveal all 3. You might want to use just a wider one. If you have a wider adhesive, you could do it with 1 instead of 3.
I saw that sweatshirt video, or I saw that, and now I can't even find it.
We'll find it.
Let's see, where is it?
Look how many people got a shirt. I love that. All right. I want the, oh gosh, that's cute too. I'm going to put the snowflakes on the outside. Now what I'm going to do is float this eyeballing 1/2 inch. It doesn't have to be exact. Okay. And the thing is this, I just want to make sure I have enough to wrap around. Okay. Mackie, these tweezers are the Dress My Craft ones with the ceramic tips. I'm in love with these. I've been using these like crazy. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come the scissor width away from that corner of the chipboard. See how I'm letting the scissor, that width of that scissor, I want, what is that, like 1/8 of an inch? So we're not going to cut right at it. We're going to move out the width of our scissors, which is about 1/8 of an inch. Okay. You don't want to cut right to your chipboard. If you do, you're going to see your chipboard. Not the end of the world, but leave yourself some space. I'll bring this up and show you what I'm talking about. So I use my scissors as my guide, and I just kind of go, that's about how far away. Although that's not where you cut. That's just kind of what I'm using as my guide for sizing. And let me bring this up. So you see what I did? I left a little bit. So when I turn this over, it'll tuck in. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to score around these edges before you fold. So I'm going around my chipboard and just pressing a score mark. This is because if your cardstock is going to chip or crack, that will help that keep that from happening. All right, now I take my chipboard and I press and I press and I press and I press. Now, depending on how you want to stick this down, you might want to use sticky tape. I think I will today only because we're in the live. If I were not, I would use my wet glue, but it takes longer to dry. You have to kind of press and press and press with it because you get some pressure here, but we'll use sticky tape just for time's sake. And I'm just going to put it down on the chipboard, not on my paper piece, but only because I don't have to trim it if I do it here. So here, flip this over, do it here. You know, if I put it on the paper, I'd have to trim where it hangs over. This way I don't have to. What did Mary say? Mary said she's behind. She got distracted. She wants your folios. I think I have a really cool idea. I don't know. I've got to bring it to the girls. It might be that we have to do 2 options for you guys, but I got to bring it to the girls. Oh, you found it.
I did.
All right.
It's
So
on Facebook,
oh, that makes sense.
obviously.
So Shannon found the link to our sweatshirt. If you want a little Christmas sweatshirt, the one we wore at open house, and I'm gonna, as soon as it gets cold enough, I'll be wearing it again because I love it. It's got Clanton on it, and it has the store on it. It's really cute. So you see what I did? Sticky tape, flip it over, pick this off, sticky tape, and then flip it over. This is quicker than your wet glue in this instance. If I do wet glue, what I have to do, and what I don't mind doing, is I bring this up like this, and then I use my the bone folder to press it into the wet glue until it catches good. So either way works. All right, lift this up, flip it over. I still come back and press it.
I was just looking at that paper going, you didn't even put sticky tape on that paper.
No, I put it on
Oh,
the,
you put it on the chipboard.
well, then I don't have
I
to
knew
cut
you
it.
didn't put it on the paper.
It's
I
just
knew it was on
sticking.
the
It's a
paper.
miracle paper. Miracle paper. Okay, so check it out. Isn't that fresh? And look how well it's covered. And see, because we left that little bit, we get these nice clean corners and we don't see our chipboard. If, and I know some of you it will bother, and I will show you what you do about it. If those little tiny little like hairline pieces that are showing bother you, take your scissors and come right here and just snip that off. I mean, it's not really enough. For some of you, it's enough. You know what I'm saying? You know.
I'm not chiming in.
Shannon's just sitting there, mouth shut. For some of you, it's enough. Yep. Okay. So I feel good about that. All right. Back to this dude. Okay. Now we can put this guy on now if we want to. He's going to fit just like that and cover all that back up. And we've created this spine. I might do it. Might put it on now. I think I won't. I'll tell you why. I think I'm going to wait a minute and just kind of see how this goes together. Let me show you what the plan is for the book. Okay. So I have 2 chipboard covers. Okay. These guys will get attached in this manner. Notice I did not make them the same height as the book. You don't have to do that. This is Gracious Plenty binder. Okay. This is going to go wherever you want it to go. Here's what I mean by that. You can make this guy flush to the edge if you'd like. Okay. I wouldn't. I would bring it to at least the stitch line. I think it looks really pretty when there's an inset. I think it looks more professional, like it was, you know, made somewhere else. And you can see what I mean by that. See how I came into the stitch line of the die? Is that making sense when I say that? Yeah. I love that. And so you could put your covers on and then you could stick this guy in. I think I'll go ahead and put him on because if I get any pushback, I'll be okay. I can edit there. Does that make sense? I think it does. Let's go ahead and put him on. So what we're going to do is peel all our adhesive off. I'm going to lay this guy down flat. All these guys will lay down. You just got to get in there and push them down. There we go. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to train him a couple of ways. I'm going to do him like this and press him good. And then I'm going to turn him the other way and press him good. Because my cardstock is thick. We get lots of movement in here. Okay. All right, now I'm going to reach in and start peeling these off. I'm going to go ahead and take them all off. You don't have to. You could do half and half, but it'd be hard to get under that little chipboard once he's down. So I'm just going to peel and reveal. And this stuff is so sticky. Even if you get your hands in it, it's not a big deal. It's still going to be sticky. So here's the thing about these tweezers. I do have my tweezers. You know, the tweezers are the reverse tweezers. My brain does not do that as easy. I'm faster with these. My brain thinks tweezers squeeze. But when you squeeze the reverse, they open. Yeah. You know, my brain does these quicker. Mm-hmm. Use your work surface to your advantage. See, I have it standing up on my work surface so I can stand this up. I can line it up at the bottom. Go ahead and get that lined up and then stand it up. And now when I make my edits, when I come in here and I start pressing everything, open these little pages up and do that, guys. Move these guys back and forth as you're doing this because this is what, you know, it's paper. Train it, okay? Then you want to take your bone folder or whatever you got and do some mashing. Get in the middle, mash. Get in the middle, mash. Now, I will tell y'all, mini albums assembly is never my favorite. I do not enjoy it as much as I like a pre-made or a folio. Folio spines are so much easier to work with. Folio page installs are easier to work with. This right here is pretty stiff, okay? It has to be because of how it's made. And sometimes, you see how I got that little bit of lift right there? Sometimes you get that. So you're not going to get the same feel from this that you will get if you're doing a pre-made or a folio or something like that. You're going to get a stiffer spine. But people have been making albums like this for decades. But I'm going to work this guy and work this guy back and forth and back and forth. Work it and work it and work it. And I get a better result that way. Anybody else? Somebody told me they love this. This is the only way they do their binding. So do you do this too? Do you just work it till it's pretty loose? You have to break up those fibers, and my paper is really fibrous. So right here, I'm getting some pushback. Get in there and press. And the book itself is pretty, the book makes itself. All right, so those are going to be pretty good now. I feel like they're going to move pretty good. See all that? All right, now, this is where we're at. So what I meant by if I had anything in my way, you can see how you're kind of hanging over a little bit here and there. When I put my chipboard on now, I can make any edits I need to here. All right, so I want this guy to live centered at the stitch line. So centered top and bottom and at the stitch line like so. And we could put our pages in first if we wanted to. I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'll go this way. All right, you can use wet glue or sticky tape. I've been using sticky tape. Let's stick to it. Ha 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 ha.
She's so funny.
Ha ha ha. Let's stick to it. Ha 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 ha. That really was a good one.
That was a good one.
Let's stick to it. Lazy.
You talking about me?
No, that was me. I was too lazy to get my little block. And I'm going to put sticky tape there too, because I think you're going to need it. Come up here and cover all of this in my sticky tape. I might just snip that because I can't get my little block flat. Can't get it flat. All righty. Let's do one side at a time. I love cardstock. I love that we started today with flat paper cardstock. Don't you love that? We started with flat cardstock and we're making something three-dimensional. It's my favorite. Okay. Do this whatever way you want. You can measure the Dress My Craft. I think they're the ceramic ones, right?
Yeah, heat resistant. They're out of stock.
Are they?
But
Check
if you put your email address in.
You might, if you call in, we might can help you. Maybe not though, because she pulled a bunch of stuff. I don't feel so great about this placement, but we'll see what happens. Now let me show you something. This guy will open because there's nothing blocking him back there. If you have something back, if you put this right to the edge, it'll still open, but you have to pay attention to that. If this was a thicker binder, like if that was a thicker chipboard, you might struggle with that opening. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have any.
Okay.
But you can put your email address in and it'll notify you when they come back in.
I'm loving them. I'm using them a lot. But your other tweezers work. And I would normally be using a pokey tool here, but I left mine at home and I didn't bring it today either, which is not very smart. Okay, now, other one. I'm going to stand it up like this. You do it how you do it. Place it like that. Get that caught. Lay that down. Y'all, this little die. Seriously, though, right? All right, let me get this one opening and closing like I did the last one. Do the work. This is one reason, too, I love having this much binder on here, because if it does lift up a little at the end, it's not the end of the world. Because I want that to lay flat. And it does. How exciting. All right, now we can install pages. And I think I want to wet glue these. Now, you have some options, okay? You can make double of these pages, okay? And you can sandwich them on top of here if you want to. Some people will do that. And you can make a pocket here. You know, you could seal up the sides and turn this into a pocket. For today, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to glue these on. So I'm just going to, I think I'll glue it to the back side. Will it matter for me later? I'm trying to think if it'll matter for me later. I mean, I'm going to cover this up anyway. Let's do it to the front. We'll do it to the front. And I'm going to use wet glue for this, like I said. Let me get my wet glue unglue boogered.
Gluebird.
It was gluebird. That's a good way to put it. It was gluebird. And then again, my I'm gonna go this way so I can see behind it. My page is a little wider than my spine, so I'm gonna float it. Y'all, you can use the scallops on here to help you. I'll show you what I mean momentarily. Let me get this turned in correctly. It was really crooked. When I laid it down, it just flopped out. This is what I meant by with wet glue. I like to work and work and work it because art glitter glue loves pressure. Okay, let me show y'all this. This is kind of cool. You can, oh, I just glued it down. Oh, I glued it to the spine. Like, why ain't this opening? That's why it wasn't to the edge. I'm so silly. Glued it right to the spine. Cut. Edit. Then you'll place this right here. Yeah. Like, why wasn't my book open? I did. I placed it right over the spine. Never do that. Now y'all know why we always say, avoid the spine, avoid the spine. All right. So there's this one. And I want to show y'all, this was kind of cool. We're 2 scallops in with our binder, and then we're 1 scallop in with our pages. Isn't that cute?
This is all made from cardstock. You'll have to go back to the very beginning, but she made the spine and cut it off from the die that I just linked.
Where'd the die go? I don't
Studio
know.
Light nested rectangle die.
I'll show you in a second. Then for this one, we're just going to line it up, which is even easier.
It's all homemade.
I'm sliding. It slips sliding away. You know, it'd be crazy if we went, okay, that's how you do it, and we just quit. Wouldn't people lose their mind? I would too. If I was watching a live and they didn't finish, I would lose my mind.
It's they kind of do that. You get caught up in these little TikTok stories and stuff.
Oh, and they just check out.
That start telling you this story and draw you in, and then it just cuts off.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no end.
I'm gonna let that sit for a second before I push it down.
What size is the smallest rectangle scallop shape?
I don't even know where I put the die. I had it. Here it is.
She ate it.
I bet you're going to get other questions. So how about that? Oh, sorry, your shoulder. I forgot.
The smallest scallop from scallop edge to scallop edge is a lot of tick marks. 4 3/4 tall. 2 3/4 wide for the scallop. And then the just straight up like cut page is 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. So there's a quarter between. Super cute.
It is cute. What else I love is because we use the shaped dies to make this book, we can use the shaped dies to cover this book.
So I didn't realize there was a scallop and then a straight and a scallop and a straight.
That's why I was so excited about it. Because usually it's a frame. And these aren't frames. You can make a frame. You have to do, you know.
I like that it's, yeah, I like this.
Uh-huh. That's why when I was looking at it yesterday, I'm like, yo, I think I see a book in that. That's not dry. Look at that, you guys. Oh, let me get over here too. Look at this. This is cute.
Super cute.
So what I was thinking is, let's go back to our paper pack and the die set. So now, well, actually, hang on, let's do, oh, I don't need all of that. I just need that. I just need that. And I just need my die. Where'd you get on? Where'd he go? Here he is. This guy. And then this guy. And then let me see. What do I want to use for the cover? Okay. This is cute.
Come on, fingers.
Oh, it's on
Do
it. Cut apart. I don't want to use that. Come on, fingers, be so good.
Oh, my plaid.
Enough said. I found the plaid. Y'all know that's what I was looking for. Is the plaid. All right, I'm going to cut this out just a little bit. The plaid life?
The scissors.
Because the trimmer to pick it up and put it in camera, blah, blah, blah. Also, I'm just getting this ready to go through the die cut machine, so no biggie. Okay, so here, here, here. I might tape him down so I know he's going to cut where I want him to. I think I kind of like that edge back there. I love that red right there. Let's just do this. Get him to kind of stay still. Kind of. Plate him up. Run it through. I'm cutting 2 sheets at once. Woohoo! That was cracky. Woohoo! That was cracky. Yeah. Shannon's typing fast, y'all. That's Christmas, not Christmas. I think that's funny. I was like, Christmas? What is that? I want to know. I want to know.
It's a Christmas. Oops.
All right. Now then that we got these cut, set that over there. Pick this guy up. Move this guy out of the way. I need 5 feet more space. Look, here's what I love, Kay. Let me do it like this. This guy cuts and mounts right inside. Oh, my word. Look at the stinking cuteness. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness.
Hope y'all are getting this stuff. Oh, by the way, don't forget to Vinny the video.
Have y'all been Vinnying? For those that are new here, who's new? Tell me if you're new today. Tell me if this is your first time watching. This looks like a custom album die. Show y'all something else too. Did y'all notice how from die cutting this, these were curved? See how that one's curved inward? When you glue this on, work it like that. And your top layer of paper and the glue will kind of bring it back straight. You also can lay it down and press, but and this, I do too. Look at this cute little dude.
Everything's prettier on the scallop.
If you wanted a closure, I didn't do one, but you could have. Welcome all my friends that are new. You are now made it officially.
So you could do a fancy closure with the smallest die.
You sure could.
And fold it over and glue it on the outside and plate it and label it.
Plate it.
I mean layer, but plate came out.
Because I said plate it while ago.
Plate it.
We had to plate it up. This is so cute. Oh my word. It is so cute. And then when we go inside, we put another one in here. We put another one in here. And we use the scallop, the smaller. Let me show you. Then we use the smaller scallop, which is going to be this one. And this becomes our layer for this page.
What are you going to do for the inside covers? You got to have a cute one.
This.
The same one?
Because it already has the scallop, see? So exactly what you did here goes on the inside cover.
Yeah,
You want me to do it?
I don't care. You're going to do it all.
Let's go. Let's cut this one. I like this one.
Welcome all our newbie friends.
I love all the new folks. I love it. Yeah, I did a closure like that in one of our Folio albums using the dies to do that. And you could do that here. It'd be super cute. Or you could do, oh my goodness, you know, be cute with this. You know the Pink and May bow die? If you did the little closure and you put the little bow on the end of it, oh my goodness. Am I going to have to do that too? Are we going to have another live for me to show you that too?
But of course.
How cute would that be? Let's lay our die down correctly. I really should be saving paper. I'm really not stressed about it today, am I? I'm clearly not. So I can tell you right now that you can totally make this on Cricut. Totally 100%. You can even make your binding, your spine. Is that something y'all need me to do? If you do, I'll make a list. I'm just trying to make a list of all the stuff we talk about. If you want a video of how to do that, I can show you that too. That would just be a matter of attaching score marks in the right place and letting it do the scoring for you and everything. I've got a sticker video coming for you because I promised y'all I would give you a sticker video. Maria, oh darn, not another live. I don't really like to Cricut live because it's impossible for me. It's not impossible. It can be done for me to do cover and for me to do my work surface and my computer. It's very hard for me to flip back and forth. I don't like to do Cricut live. I do it live when I do a class, but typically we just show the computer screen and not the Cricut itself. It's very hard to do that in a live. I don't mind filming those. I could film this spine situation. This guy's stiff. He's stiff. He's going to be a stiff album. And look, this will go just like this and it'll hide. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We've been working 1 hour and I have not been rushing. This is a gift that could be made in no time. I have not rushed this one single time.
Hey, Sheila Cozy Bear.
Hi, darling. How's Dawn? I already got an update this morning, but I have to ask. And I really wanted to say, how are you? I'm glad you're here. Yeah, even the back of that was cute. And look at the stability this adds. Oh, my phone. Sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. See the stability? You're like, wait till it comes back. Look at that. Nice and strong. Even though that's chipboard, it's a thin chipboard. But adding that other piece in there really helps. Oh, a little recipe album. What would be so cute? I'm going to tell y'all something. If you guys cook, I'm not a cook, okay? If you guys cook, it would be so awesome if you made, I would be so happy to have this. If you're a person who does like a Thanksgiving meal, it would be so cool if you did one book that housed all of the recipes you make at Thanksgiving. Like if you're the person who does it and you had your turkey tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff in one little book like this, that would be so cool.
We all like have our dishes. Each one's responsible.
Y'all should take your recipe with you and give it to a person and have them make these little albums for y'all. That would be so cool to have your little albums. Okay, let me show you I have to show you the next page because that's the one that's going to be super cute. Did I already take it out? Yeah, I did. This is it, isn't it? Let me double check. It should go inside. It does. Okay, so let's cut a couple of those.
Scalloped edge on the inside pages.
Can I show what?
Scalloped edge on the inside.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I think that's what they're asking for.
I think that's, yeah. I'm reading into the typing.
Like we did with Chris Matt.
Yeah, Chris Matt.
I loved Chris Matt. Chris Matt time. I'm going to see
I love fall too.
how much I can cheat it. Well, we've had a interesting November weather-wise, haven't we? We've had freezing cold. We've had like record-breaking freezing cold temps.
Cold.
We've had a real fall. We've had some days that were real great. And now we're hot again.
And I'm wearing a sweatshirt on a hot day.
But it's supposed to be what, 80 today?
Yeah.
80 tomorrow? One of the two.
I think 80 today and then rainy and 70 something Friday.
Ooh, we almost messed up. And I might just have to go with it. We're going to say this is the outside. We're not going to stress about it. Because we don't do that. Because we don't stress
Thursday,
about
80,
it.
Friday, 73. But then by Thanksgiving, 55.
I'm so excited about that. Vince said, Chattanooga said possibly of snow. Are you kidding me? Shannon.
Well, then I need it to be snow in Huntsville because I'm going to be in Huntsville Thanksgiving night.
Look and see.
That would be awesome.
Look and see. I did slide. No big deal. It'll still work. My die slid and somebody called it and I didn't catch it. But we ain't going to worry. Oh, we're okay. No, we got through. We got through. We're good. We just got through. Let's go back to the book. All right, we'll do. I don't want to do it there. Let's do it inside here. I don't really care that these packages are all over the place. Do y'all care that they're all over the place? I mean, they're technically upside down, but do we really care? Somebody cares. If I go this way, it won't be so bad. I'll put it here. So this is my idea. Oh, I did lose a little scallop on the edge. No big deal. Yeah, I'm fired. Nobody will notice.
No, we are not close to Chattanooga. We are dead center, literally, in the state of Alabama. Right in the...
We have a monument proving it.
Smack middle. We read it Friday.
We were downtown and I'm like, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. Talking about our monument. Look how cute, you guys. Loving this. So cute. I'm not going to finish it. I know y'all want me to, but I'm just not going to. It's going to take too long. But look, you can put this one right here.
Yep. Smack dab in the middle.
Isn't it cute? What a cutie patootie album this could be.
Super cute.
Love it.
The way your brain works is crazy.
I'm telling you, what happened was, I'm going to sit this like this so the vertical folks can see it too. What happened was it wasn't a frame. And I went, this is the size of a good album. Y'all might even want to know what size it ended up being. Let's put a ruler on it. Let's see. If we go this away, let's start at 1. Oh, I was at 1. If we go this away, we're at 7 inches. And if we go this way, we're at 5 and 1/8. That's a good size album made from dies. Good size. I really think this would be something you could put together pretty quick and easy if you just wanted something, you know, for friends and family, or something just to hold a little bit, a few photos, things like that. I think this would be super cool for that.
Super cool.
I hope y'all enjoyed that mini live. I've got more ideas coming. You may get one in the morning. We'll see how things go. You might get another mini. For Saturday, let me show y'all what we're doing. I'm going to be showing you how to sew many in the Cricut class. By the way, if you're not signed up for the Cricut class, you want to get your seat, okay? It's December 3rd, 4th, and 5th, right? December 3rd, 4th, and 5th. If you're not signed up, get signed up. I'm going to be showing you stickers, okay? I'm going to be showing you how you literally open your Cricut and you just throw these on a page and we turn them into stickers. And these I'm going to be using for my granddaughters. I'll tell you all about it in the for our family vacation. But I'm going to show you how to do stickers. I promised you that I would. And we're going to get that done, that video finished for you guys too. All right. If you're interested in boot camp, it is on the May event site. I'm going to give Shannon a second to get that link for you guys. There are still seats available. It is a 3-day Cricut class, and I teach you everything I know. And if you cannot come to the actual event, you get the links for the future. Now, here's the deal. Tickets only go on sale till the morning it starts. Once the class has started, tickets are off, and you'll have to wait for the next one. And the reason for that is I like to be as up to date in every class as possible. Okay. I'm looking at comments. Y'all have any questions or anything? Hold on. Let's see. I know, for real. Thanks, Natalie. That die is called Nested Rectangles?
Nested Rectangles.
Which is such a strange name for it, isn't it? I think it should be
Nested Rectangles Essentials Cutting Die.
It should be oval scallop nested.
But it's not oval.
It should be
rounded top,
arched,
flat bottom,
arched,
rounded top, flat bottom, nested rectangle scallop die.
Each class is about 2 hours long. Some are a little less, but 2 hours is my max. That's what we get to. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to learn a lot. I want a Cricut for Christmas, but I don't know which one to get. I have a scan and cut and a silhouette. I'm going to tell you, Natalie, you get the newest technology you can afford, or you get the one that lets you do what you want to do now and can grow a tiny bit. Okay. So here's what I mean by that. And I tell everybody this about a Cricut. I wouldn't let the Joy be my first machine. I wouldn't. You're going to spend all that money on your first machine and you're very limited to what you can do. Okay. You cannot score. You cannot print then cut. You can cut and there's things you can do with it, but it's very limited. Okay. If I were going to get my first machine, my very first one, and I could afford it, I would go for a full-size machine. Your opportunity is so much more with those. You get 12 by 12. You can do 12 by 24 mats. You just have a lot more opportunity with them. Also, you have more blades and more opportunities. So you need to get the one that does the most for you. Now, if you cannot afford to go full size, I think the Joy Extra is a fantastic investment. Had the Joy Extra been around before the Joy, I wouldn't have bought the Joy. Yeah. The Joy Extra is so good. It prints and cuts, it scores. It's 8.5 by 11. It does vinyl. For school. The Extra. Yeah. It's fantastic for that. I've really been enjoying it. Matter of fact, I keep it right here next to me. And the Joy I haven't even plugged up. It's sitting over there. It's fine if all you're going to do is stamp. Like if you just want the Joy for cutting little stamped image die cuts, it's a good little die cut machine. But for me, the Joy Extra has been my favorite. Now I did the gingerbread project I did Saturday night was done on the Maker 3 because I needed more. I didn't want to have to do little tiny cuts. You wanted 12 by 12 mat. Yeah. I wouldn't have done. I ended up doing a lot of 8.5 by 11.
If you only used 8.5 by 11 paper, I mean, the Joy Extra would be great. I mean, I think that's one reason Kim got it because she prints stuff for school and cuts it so it's 8.5 by 11, and that's what she needs. So.
If you're not a 12 by 12 user, that's fine. Yeah. I will be doing more Cricut boot camps. We plan to do one a quarter because that way I can keep up with the updates. And I think if you've been around for a while, you know what I say. Get the newest technology you can afford. Also, here's another trick for you, okay? Make sure your technology works with Design Space. You can go ahead and sign up for a Design Space account, and you can make sure that your computer will work with it, your computer, your iPad, what have you. I also recommend this, and some people disagree with me, and that's okay. I would make sure you have the ability to use a laptop or a full-size computer. The iPad is great. For me, designing is easier on a iPad or a laptop. I can cut from my iPad, no problem. Like if I already designed the project, that's super easy. Just open my iPad and cut my projects I've already designed. But for me, designing is easier on the laptop or the desktop. By the way, boot camp, we focus on laptop, desktop because you have so much more availability there. You just build it there and then save it. And then you can use your phone or your iPad to cut. I wouldn't design on them. Okay. Let's see. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this one today. It was super fun. I'm going to call that one because I got some filming to do and get some stuff ready for the weekend. And I will see you. We may do another live in the morning. It depends. It might be Friday. Actually, Friday I have Folio class, don't I? Yes. So we won't have a live Friday. So I'll probably bring y'all one tomorrow morning. Question. If we took the last boot camp, should we take this one? I don't think you should. It's going to be a repeat. I will let you know when I'll probably will do like a boot camp addendum class. Like I may offer something for like a little bit of money. You just get like a 2-hour class to give you updates on things as they come out. Right now, you're as updated as you need to be. So you're good. All right, you guys. Thanks so much. Watch for another mini live tomorrow morning. You should see one. And until then, have a great night. Thanks, guys. Bye.